Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Hostility, and today I'm back with another gaming PC build video, and today we have the budget of £3,500, and this was recommended to me by a user called ClashCat, or RuneScape 101, or whatever username he uses, I don't know, but either way, he's been a long time supporter of this channel, and I want to thank you for your suggestion, and yeah, I have the build right here ready to go. But before we go ahead and get started, the gameplay that you're watching in the background is some Tom Clancy The Division. Just got this game. This was like the first 40 minutes of me playing, or like I've cut it up, so I've only put in the action-filled bits, mostly from shooting missions. But either way, enjoy the gameplay in the background. It's a little bit nicer than what I have been using in the past. So let's go ahead and get started with this super awesome build. Now this build is just absolutely crazy. £3,500 is a lot. That's around 4,200 US dollars and well over 5,000 New Zealand dollars, and you can get a lot of PC for this amount of money, and to be honest, it's a little bit overkill, but I have included a monitor at his request. So yeah, we will get into the build right now, kicking it off with the CPU, which is the Intel Core i7-5960X 3GHz 8-core processor. Now this is the absolute king of i7s. This is the best i7 Extreme you can get, and yeah, so I don't really need to say much about this processor. It's just really expensive. It does what it's you get what you pay for, I guess. Absolutely amazing performance. Will kill every single CPU intensive task that you throw at it. The clock speed is a little bit low, although it is overclockable, so it's not super ideal for games, but I guess that if you are buying a PC of this caliber, you want something that can handle all of it. So either, I mean, I'm not saying that this CPU can't do gaming, it's just the clock speed is a little bit reduced, so you probably want to bump that up by overclocking. And yeah, so either way, super fantastic CPU. Like, you really can't complain with one of these. So going on to the CPU cooler, I've chosen something a little bit interesting here actually. It's called the ThermalTake Water 3.0 RIING RGB 360 water cooler. Now this is actually a really crazy water cooler actually. It is 360mm radiator, so it has a lot of surface area to be able to cool your CPU down and be able to achieve those overclocks, as well as it comes with 3 RGB fans, which look absolutely beautiful. They look so sick. And yeah, I reckon, I mean, it is a really expensive build, so you want to go for something that looks aesthetically pleasing, so that's why I went with that. Otherwise, you could probably drop down to an H100i or H110 GTX if you do plan on building this computer, but honestly, I doubt that anyone will actually follow this build. This is only for shits and gigs. But anyways, going on to the motherboard, I've chosen the Asus RAMPAGE V Extreme EATX LGA 2011 motherboard, and obviously I've just pretty much gone all out, gone and chosen the best components that I could find, like at to put a PC together at this price point, and Asus ROG as just honestly the best motherboards on the market. Like, they're ridiculously expensive, to be honest. Like, if you have the extra money, it is actually a little bit worth it, because you know, you're getting a really good motherboard, really durable, great overclockers, a lot of features, and it looks absolutely beautiful. This is one of the nicer looking motherboards, although it doesn't have the RGB like the latest Z170 motherboards that have come out from Asus. But either way, top of the line LGA 2011 motherboard. What's the platform? It's X99. There you go. Top of the line X99 motherboard. Going on to the memory, I've chosen 64GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX DDR4 3000 memory. Now, 64 gigabytes is absolutely overkill for anyone. But either way, like I said, you know, I'm only putting the absolute greatest in this PC. And if you are spending this much on a PC, you probably will need it. Or otherwise, it's just a little bit of a waste. Either way, 64 gigs is too much RAM. I just put it in there because the budget did allow it. Otherwise, you can obviously step down to 32. Now, going on to the storage, I have a little bit of an interesting storage setup going on here. So, I've got an M.2 SSD, as well as a normal 2.5-inch SSD, as well as a 3.5-inch hard drive. So, the M.2 SSD is the Samsung 950 Pro 512GB M.2 2280 SSD. And Samsung obviously makes fantastic SSDs. They use super high quality chips, and this M.2 SSD will just blow absolute crap out of the loading times and the boot up times and everything. M.2 SSDs are just a larger step up, and you could even go even further and get a PCIe SSD, but I decided not to, just go for the M.2. And yeah, 512 gigabytes is plenty of space to put your OS, your games, programs that you may use. Especially if you're a power using add-on like Premiere Pro, so that loads a little bit quicker, or whatever CPU intensive tasks or programs or games that you want to be playing. Now for the SSD, the standard 2.5 inch SSD, I've gone with the Sandisk Ultra 2 960 gigabyte, and obviously that's a lot of space, so you could put all the rest of your programs and stuff, or other files that you want to access really quickly on that SSD, and it'll still give you really fast performance. Not as fast as the M.2, but still it's an SSD, and it is 960 gigabytes, so that's too much room. I'm pushing 250 gigabytes in my PC, and I'm kind of running out, so I probably need to get another SSD. But anyways, that's beside the point. Sandisk is known for their flash storage, so I doubt that you're going to have any reliability issues here. And it comes at a very great price. I just chose the best price to perform, or price per gigabyte on PC Power Picker. Now going on to the hard drive, I've chosen the Western Digital Blue 3TB 3.5 inch 5400 RPM, and this is obviously your standard WD drive from the Blue. It isn't the fastest, but it does have 3 terabytes, and you can put all the rest of your photos, music, movies, media, whatever you want to store on your hard drives. I don't judge anybody on what they put on their hard drives, but there you go. Very interesting storage setup, but I would actually like to know how someone would use that. I kind of have an idea, but I don't really use that much storage on my computer either way. I don't know, I just probably have not had that amount of storage available to me anyways. Now going on to the video card, I've chosen the Gigabyte GeForce GTX 980 Ti 6 gigabyte WINDFORCE video card, and obviously with Pascal on the way, I was going to go SLI on this build, but then there came the request for the monitor, so chucked out another 980 Ti and replaced it with a monitor. Anyways, one 980 Ti is still very nice, and with Pascal on the way, maybe if you do fork out £3,500 on a PC, you could just sell the 980 Ti for a little bit lower price, and then get a Pascal card, or maybe 2 Pascal cards, or as Pascal cards come out, you could get a 980 Ti for cheap and then chuck another one in for SLI. But either way, the standalone 980 Ti is just an amazing graphics card. It'll be able to handle everything you throw at it, be ready for 4K gaming. It won't be able to absolutely crush it, but that's probably going to be solved with Pascal. And we got 6 gigabytes of VRAM, we got the Gigabyte cooler, it's RGB, everything will be fancy and be looking cool, and everything will just be freaking awesome with this 980 Ti. And yeah, now going on to the case, I've chosen another Inwin case for this one. So I've chosen the Inwin 707 Black ATX full tower case. So I wanted to get a full tower case this time, because in the last build I only chose a mid tower case. Obviously need a bigger case for the bigger radiator, for that huge 980 Ti, and for upgradability, because if you're spending this much on a PC, obviously you're gonna have the extra money to upgrade it. Now, Inwin makes fantastic cases, and the 707 is no exception. Built to a high standard, looks absolutely amazing, and yeah, so I found a love for Inwin cases, and I really want to get an Inwin case of my own. But yeah, either way, super fantastic case. I would highly recommend that if you are building a PC, to have a look at Inwin cases, because they do make very nice cases at very decent prices. So you'd think it'd cost a little bit more, but this is probably the cheapest item on the build, under £100. But anyways, yeah, very good case, very good brand. I have nothing but good things to say about them. Even though I haven't even experienced an Inwin case, I know, like from reviews and stuff, that they have high quality builds, and they just absolutely look fantastic. Now going into the, no, actually second to last build of the item, the power supply, I've chosen the EVGA SuperNOVA 1300 watt G2 80 plus gold certified fully modular power supply. Now I use EVGA power supplies all the time in these builds, from budget builds to super expensive builds like these ones, and I just bumped up the wattage, and you know, the G2 power supply is absolutely fantastic. I'm pushing a 750 watt right now on my PC, and the power supply is just absolutely fantastic. Comes at a very decent price, a lot cheaper than those Corsair power supplies, which people claim to be absolutely amazing, but you can get this one for a lot cheaper, and it is a lot better. You do get the fully sleeved black cables, but either way, if you're spending this much money on a PC, you could probably go for sleeved cables and maybe even custom water cooling, but anyways, that's besides the point. The cables look fantastic, just the power supply is so clean, and it is 80 plus gold. It is a tier 1 unit, so it's less likely to blow up, and yeah, so either way, I don't really need to say much about these power supplies. I've gone through them in my previous builds of why I choose EVGA power supplies. Now going on to the monitor, I've chosen the king of 1440p monitors, 1440p gaming monitors that is, and that is the Asus ROG Swift PG278Q 144Hz 27-inch monitor, and that was a really awkward name to say. But anyways, the Asus ROG Swift series of monitors are absolutely fantastic. It would be a dream of mine to have 3 of those, like Syndicate setup actually. He has 3 of these monitors. He got sent them from Asus, but either way, it is actually pretty pricey, but since I took out 190 Ti, I was able to add this one. So it is 144 Hz, so you do get that. Yeah, I mean, you'll easily achieve 144 FPS with a 980 Ti on 1440p, and as well as 1 millisecond response time. This is an absolute true gaming monitor. And you know, ROG is built for gamers and everything, so you will only get the best experience with this monitor. Now you only get one, but like I said, if you spend this much money on a computer, you probably will be able to afford another monitor. So yeah, that is something I would recommend if you are a power user. So either way, this ROG Swift will do an amazing job of displaying your visuals from your very, very, very expensive PC to your face and to your eyeballs. So yeah, there we go, and the final price of the build goes to £3,564.84. What do they call cents in UK? I don't even know. But anyways, there you go, Clash Cat. Hopefully you did enjoy the build, and hopefully all the rest of you did enjoy the build as well. So if you did enjoy it, please be sure to smack that like button, and also subscribe, because we are very, very, very close to 300 subscribers. I think we're like 2 or 1 away. I don't even know. It's at night when I'm recording this video, so I don't know. Things could change. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys checking out the videos, and I want to say thank you for all the comments that you guys have been leaving on the recent videos, and I do appreciate it. And as always, if you have anything you want to say or want to add, or have any feedback, or just anything in general, just leave them down in the comments below. I'll be sure to try and respond to every single comment that I can. And yeah, so that has been it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this amazing, super expensive build, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.